Mama Becky, who's going to be handing out evening meds, and Joseph was roaring, so I wanted to catch it. Catching the last bit of it. Was that it? Was that all? Oh. Oh. Well, we missed it, huh? Sorry about that. Maybe we'll catch you in a minute. Hey, Kathy. Oh, I left my list behind, but I was so excited and I wanted to call out the names of everybody who made the call of the wild today. I saw that we were up over 880 people, I think, and let me think if I can remember some of the names anyway. There was Jamie, I remember that. Howard, I remember that. Kathy, Janine, Kunal, Fred. Oh gosh, who else? There were a lot of people that made the call. Well, if you go to tigerrescue.org, it lists all those people that made the call recently. So huge shout out to you guys. I really appreciate it. I think that's the most important thing any of us can do, is make that call to Congress. And they're not there today because it's Sunday, so it's not going to be scary. You're just going to get an answering machine. If you go to bigcatact.com, and there's directions there on filling in your information, and then when you hit call, it actually calls their office. That phone ringing is their office ringing, and when the answering machine picks up, all you need to say is, please ask your boss to co-sponsor the Big Cat Public Safety Act. Please ask your boss to co-sponsor the Big Cat Public Safety Act. That's it. It's really, really important. It'll put an end to so much suffering out there. Hey, Cynthia. Hey, Nicole. Hi, Francis. I should not read my phone and drive. I'm going to run right into a bobcat cage. It's very rainy today. Oh, your kittens were adorable on Hug a Cat Day, National Hug a Cat Day. Did everybody hug their cat today? You know what I want to do? As long as I'm over here, I don't see Becky yet. I wanted to wipe off the globe over here on Tiger Lake. I think I can reach it. I wish I could reach all of them. We lowered the one in the vacation rotation, but I still can't get in there. Oh, darn. Yeah. Hang on. I can't reach the far side of it. Hi. Like, oh gosh, turn away. All right. Well. Yes, James, you can visit, but it's not like a zoo. You can't just walk around. It's only on guided tours. The gift shop that we're working on over there, we're going to make it to where people can come out on the porch and see some of the cats. They won't be close enough to do any harm to them. Plus, we have all of the gift shop staff right there. But currently, the only way to see the cats is on a guided tour. And if you go to bigcatrescue.org/tickets, you can find out all the different kinds of tours that we do. There's Mama Becky.
Hello.
Hello. 427 people say hello.
Oh my goodness. Are they all hugging their cats today?
They are.
Yeah.
They enjoyed watching all of the volunteers and they're hugging the kittens.
Aw. That's why I told Jen, I said, I haven't gotten to play with the cats for weeks.
I haven't either. It's been so long since I've been in there.
Well, so my excuse today was I had to give Andy a med, so I threw the med in just where I could go into the kitten cabana and watch from there to see Andy go take the med, and then I had to play with kittens. So
You had to.
They were attacking me. There was, you know.
Don't want to give them a complex or anything.
Exactly.
Well, you were dealing with rain all day.
Yes, but it was actually kind of nice because it was cool. So it wasn't, only once did it do a downpour. The rest of it was a nice light rain that kept us cool.
Which was right as the 3 o'clock tour was going out, and I heard the rain, and they were like announcing that they were leaving the back, and I'm like, really? Anybody wanted to walk out? And then somebody said, why don't you guys come back into the waiting area for a little bit?
The window?
Crazy people. But, you know, think about it. If you're on vacation, you can't pass up the opportunity.
Absolutely.
I mean, you read about this place, you watch the videos, and it's just like, what's a little rain? I'd do it too.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. I'll walk over here.
Point me in the right direction.
All right. You want Divinity or Apollo?
Oh, Apollo. Thank you.
All right.
I'm sure there's a story there.
I've tried Divinity all day.
Yeah, Divinity's been quite reluctant to take her supplements.
Oh.
So she also has a med, so she refused the supplement today. But I'm going to try the med. And she hasn't eaten a lot. But at least with the med that she's on, she can have food. With the supplement, she has to wait. And Jen tried for like over an hour to get her to take a supplement.
Mm-hmm.
And her and Apache are like, no. Apollo's on an antibiotic, and he's been surprisingly good. Of course, I put Apollo's in his lockout because he sees me walking over with a plate for Apache and Divinity, so he runs to his lockout. I don't know how he's going to be with the stick. You know him.
The door here, we need to fix this fence, so be careful.
Because it's going to fall.
Yeah, we need a little bit of wire tie there. There you go.
Yeah, this fence has been around for a long time.
Yeah. Well, I'll try Apollo's lockout. Let's see.
Right behind steps, behind us, right here.
Okay. Apollo, come on. Let's go. Well, let's go. Oh my God.
You said the kids are separated?
I don't think so. They were both in their den earlier, so no, they're not separated. I know. I told you. It's
Oh, I thought it was Running Bear. Or yeah, it was Running Bear for White Duck. He got separated.
You know, I separated them and then I opened them up. But no, these guys, they're both in their den.
No, he doesn't know. And he can only have it. See how little the pieces are? Because he has one of the supplements too.
Jen wouldn't give him anything mean.
No. Yeah, he doesn't think I do it either because he sees me walk over here with food for them.
Yeah.
And they're all happy when I leave, so. Mm-hmm. Hey, there's got to be somebody easy.
Good luck with those two.
Nobody's easier than Steph, though.
Where do you want me to go?
We're going to try Tonga.
Okay.
If he's not anxious for his ground beef, I'm going to make sure I note it on the log because that would be 2 days in a row.
Okay.
And yesterday I thought it was just because Linda had just given him his PM snack.
Yeah.
But for him not to, then I saw today that he wasn't anxious.
Yeah. I shall go do that.
Okay.
Mind if I tuck in your tag?
Oh, please.
It's my pet peeve.
Thank you. I'd be so happy if she can get them to come out. They've been my nemesis today.
No, by the time I get them out, her battery will run down.
Yeah. All right. So Tonga hasn't been eating it like normal today, and we've noted it a few times, and we didn't know if it was the rain or what, so we're going to see tonight, since now that it's not raining and it's a little bit cooler, see how he does.
Are you taking the main cart or just his food?
I was just going to take his food.
Okay, I can take you on this cart.
Okay, cool. You're pretty good at doing that.
She says right until I smash into the other cart.
Oh, hidden it. Take just a minute for me to find it.
All of those are labeled so that they know that the right cat's getting the right meds.
But we all have our own little way we do it, so we gotta figure out her method. She's probably got it all in her own little way. I might have to ask. Yeah, I think I have to.
You have to phone a friend.
Yeah, I know.
Anasazi, is that you? Are you calling? It's the biscuits.
Yeah, you go with them and I'll find my food.
Take the pressure off. There they are.
Where is it?
No, that was Anasazi calling in the background. Does kind of have that Gilligan sound. I know, you're always hopeful there's something more. There's little Smalls way back in the background. Not right there, that's Mrs. Claus, but I could see Smalls back behind her. Anasazi! Oh, there she is! Hi, Anasazi! How's my good bobcat? Can you make that calling noise? They said you sound pretty cool. Yeah, you sound very, very pretty. Whoop, bird. Bird! Are you a great bird hunter? I hear Joseph or Cameron in the background now. I'm sorry if my camera is a little wonky to the side. I put that tape on it and it just seems to be just enough to throw the balance off. It's weighted for the phone, but not for any of the stuff that I stick on here. Lori, the new cats are not here yet. We hope to see them Tuesday. I will keep you guys posted. Brenda, the Nabisco and Mrs. Claus, their cage is this close to the tour path. So the barricade that keeps the people on their side is right here, and then that cage there, and that cage over there, and there's a third one back in the back behind the tree. All three of those are where Nabisco and Mrs. Claus live, but if they're not up here in the front part, you wouldn't see them. So they are on the tour path. It's just all of our cages are built really deep, like Anasazi can go way back in the woods there, so that they don't have to be seen if they're not in the mood. Thank you, Emily. I seem to have lost my keepers. We've lost our keepers. How are the cats going to get meds with no keepers? Matthew, do you always change the profile picture out to the cat who's having a birthday? Bet that keeps you pretty busy with 72 cats. There's lots of birthdays. You're so silly. What a silly girl. It is humid today. I noticed they had the ceiling fans on in the kitten cabana all day, and the highest temperature I saw was like 76 degrees, but it was just so humid that I think that's why they did it. There's Smalls. Hey, Smalls.
Where are those tree ants?
Oh, those tree ants are the worst.
Oh, I know, and they just like get under my collar and
Ugh.
just wait till I'm unsuspecting and bite me.
and then it hurts for days. They're asking how Baby Cakes is doing.
Baby Cakes is doing good. Enjoys the air conditioning. Didn't eat very much this morning, but I didn't use ground beef, and that's what worked yesterday. So I used ground pork, and I guess yesterday Baby Cakes wasn't a fan of that, and I didn't know. So
He didn't like the ground pork or the ground beef.
Yep.
He only wanted ground beef.
So we're gonna try for picky Baby Cakes to get some ground beef. But Baby Cakes has a nice little carrier with blankets, and it's all curled up. So we were talking about maybe Baby Cakes might want some toys or something. That we were talking about maybe to keep him busy. So we're gonna.
I don't know what a Janet would play with.
I don't know. I said a pretend snake.
Dang it.
I think a pretend snake. He's always going after snakes.
Maybe we could get a stuffed Janet.
Yeah. So we were kind of talking about that today, but no, Baby Cakes is doing much better.
Great.
Much better. So there aren't any meds in this, and Becky just wanted to see him eat for Tonga. So
That's why you couldn't find a med label.
Yeah, we're going to come back to Divinity.
not
I
too
noticed a little bit of swelling on her.
Swelling where?
on her front left her front left leg. But as soon as the second person came over, she's like, "Oh no, 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 no." So we thought we'd let her calm down and not be as suspicious.
Yeah, there goes Kelowna.
Kelowna almost this morning got a bird. The bird got out, but ooh, he was so close. All right, let's see what Tonga is up to.
Hello, no, it's just us. He's like, I'm staying where it's dry. He was in the big den.
Hey, bud. Come on, let's go. Come on.
Does he have a platform right over there? Right by his bowl?
He's got like the big platform. Yeah, there's a small little feeding block here. You want to try this? I'll eat it. Come on, I'll eat it. I won't do it. Tonga, you want to go lockout?
Debbie, Tonga is a white serval. He's 20 years old, and he's usually all about food, but today yesterday he's just been kind of fussy. So they were coming out to offer him a little more to see if he would eat. They're so hard of hearing when they get to be this age, and if you walk up behind them, they're like, oh my god, there's a person. In 20 years, I don't know if I've ever seen Tonga go off his food.
Yeah, I'm not liking it because he loves his ground beef. And he always comes to lock out for it in the evenings for me. I'm not liking that very much. This is the first time I can ever remember Tiger Lily being on meds.
What's she on meds for?
She's on Baytril. So I don't know. They got back the test from IDEX. So I don't know if it's like a UTI or I don't know. I can't decipher the...
I've quit even trying to read them. It's like, if it's important for me to know, somebody will tell me.
That's what Apollo has UTI. So Gail forwarded me a message from Dr. Liz yesterday. Apollo, Baytril. Oh no, the big brown one.
There's Cameron.
Very suspicious.
Roaring.
Did you eat that?
Mm-hmm. That was yummy. Lip licking good.
We might have found the thing that she'll take it in. Thankfully, just one day. Did you eat that? You did. You're a good girl. I love you, Miss Lily. She's like, yeah, you locked me in lockout the other day. I love you, Miss Lily.
Hey, Lovey.
I know you had that look like Levi right before he barked at you. Oh, I love you. No, I don't have anything else that's empty.
Well, Becky, your ground beef was irresistible.
Tonga ate it?
Yeah.
He's just not himself, though.
He's freaked out or something.
Gotta give her meds.
Chick.
Check.
Told ya. Woo! We debate all the time. What is this cat like? What is that cat like? What is this one like? I'm like, well, I do a chick. Well, I do this. And I was right tonight.
Well, and you use chicks normally for meds. I never do.
Yeah.
So that's why and I think that's why it works. Because they can't get used to one thing that is always going to be there. Because they're very smart.
Yes. And they know when you're doing something different, you're like, oh, I don't know if this is going to work. They can sense that. Mm-hmm. They just know.
Plus, some of the meds, they have a smell. Mm-hmm. Like the Baytril.
Yes.
But hers was the coated. So it's better, but still.
Lori Duska says try pizza.
Oh, goodness.
That works for us.
Oh, not me, fine.
Pizza.
So Tonga ate it, but is still like weary about something's going on.
Yeah, something's going on with him. Mm-hmm. And how do you really describe something like that when we write it down?
That's why we have the one called acting weird.
Yes, yes.
Actually, we do have that on there, so. And we're probably the only ones in the world that have the Serval arching.
Yeah. Although it happens in other places, but we're probably the only ones that have it in our list as a drop down.
Look at Miss Little Dove over here.
Oh, she is chowing.
She's going to town on her food.
Good. So today, she decided that everything was better on a stick. So if you gave her her food on the stick, she was like, oh, it's so good. And then it would fall on the ground. She's like, ew. So then you pick it up off the ground with a stick and put it in her face, and she'd be like, oh, it's so much better now. It's great. Everything is better on a stick today.
She seems to be liking the red and the ground beef, and she seems to be leaving the chicken breast. The same thing she did yesterday.
This morning she ate all her chicken breast, all of it.
For me, what works for me is if I can get her up and anywhere in the vicinity of the bowl, she'll eat something. But yesterday morning, she wouldn't even get up. She's like, no. Like 3 times. And then last night, okay.
All right.
Are you
also like the breakfast in bed type idea. That was pretty good for her today.
So I gave her 7.6 ounces, and she probably ate 4.5.
That's very good.
Yeah. Those 3 hands are killing me.
The mosquitoes are pretty thick today too.
Tom, what's going on, baby?
Left. I see it.
Yeah, there's another ball there.
I see it. Go eat it.
Tommy, what's going on, baby? What's going on? Huh? What's going on? You okay? You okay, my love? Huh? Are you okay, my love?
This is Maureen with recovery.
Thank you, Maureen. You were awesome today.
Joseph, there are several Big Cat Rescue hats over at bigcatrescue.biz, B-I-Z, bigcatrescue.biz. Hey, Dryden.
What's outside?
Hi.
Alright, let me just check Banshee's plate. Doesn't look like it's come out yet.
Where's your sis? Where's Sissy?
Alright, I have to fulfill a promise I made yesterday. You did Joseph and TJ. I promised Ariel yesterday I'd give her a treat today. Because I didn't have anything for her yesterday.
Alrighty.
Let me drop that off and go to Banter. I'll make her sit there for a little while.
So we're gonna divide and conquer. I'm gonna take Joseph and TJ and see what they want.
Okay. If you hop on, I'll take you there.
Oh, both of them have a med? Okay. I'll be right back. I'm gonna get a med.
This is, I think, the last day of TJ's Siberian.
Bear with me here as I spray myself down with bug spray. I got natural insect repellent. I'm all about natural.
Okay. Got it. Did you eat a bug?
No, I just hose myself down in bug spray.
Oh. Woo.
Ah, it's natural stuff, but man, does
Ooh, it is
smells.
strong. It is very strong.
like tea tree oil or something. So where am I headed?
Okay, so let's start at TJ. TJ ate twice this morning and he's into pork today. So that's the food of choice. So we're giving him his third meal for the day. And he also has a medication, so we're going to put that in there. Sneak it in.
Tell people about you. What
Oh.
do you do? How long have you been here? What's your
Me?
name?
Oh, well, so my name is Jennifer Ruzick. Both my husband and I volunteer at Big Cat Rescue, and we've been here in July, will be 18 years. So we've seen a lot, done a lot, but we have a whole lot of lifelong friends here, both human and furry, and so we're addicted. We just can't leave, but we do everything, all the way from doing tours to cleaning to feeding to medications. I do help coordinate, so I help manage the volunteers on certain days as well.
Was that
And-
what you did today?
Yes, I was a coordinator today. Yep. So we're gonna real quick make a little hole for that pill in one of these.
And tell them why you do it right when you show up.
So TJ has a medication right here, and some of them can be kind of smelly, and some of them also tend to disintegrate. So we're doing this one right as we get up to the enclosure. But she didn't give me a knife to open it, so we're going to use the top of the barricade.
Or if you can find anything on my cart, you're welcome to use it.
And this one
Can somebody tell me how old TJ is? If you go to bigcatrescue.org/TJ. Oh, Leslie says 18, almost 18, if that's who you guys are talking about.
We're here, we know him for so long, you know, you kind of forget. I lose track of time. I'm always like, over 10 years? Alright.
Sherry the Keeper tour gets better reviews than all of the other tours, and I think it's because it's an interactive tour in that the people that come for that get to make stuff for the cats, and then they get to watch the keepers hand it out, and that really gives them a sense of pleasure to be a part of giving that cat some enjoyment.
All right, so we're gonna go and see where he is. He's been hanging out on the far side of his enclosure all day today. Oh, there he is. Teach! Ah, he's in a... Oh, maybe I can get him. Oh yeah, he's right at the side of the cage. It's perfect. Hi, buddy. What are you up to? Oh, I get your favorite. That's the happy one. That's the one with the meds. So that's success already. We try to shovel it in real fast because as soon as he starts doing his walking back and forth is when he loses interest. Gonna be bored. Each of his feedings today has been about 4 pounds. I think earlier he might have eaten one of the 3 pounds, so that would be a very good day for him eating. No, here we still got some. BJ. 3 more pieces, buddy. I don't want to do math. I don't want to weigh it. Come on. Come on. One more, big guy. Come on. Oh, buddy. Yeah. Lay that one back. You eat one that's got a little bit of dirt, like a real tiger? Huh? Here you go. Just like the real tiger. Yes! Success! 100%!
That was a great meal.
I know.
You had to really be fast.
It's because we had all 400 of you rooting us on.
500 now.
500.
They were asking if he has a pool.
Not in this enclosure, he doesn't. But he has had it in all of his other enclosures. However, in this enclosure, he has a lot of girl tigers around him, so it keeps him pretty busy.
Is he one that likes to be showered with the radio? Can't talk and think.
Yes, I am. Go ahead.
The interns are on food club, so do you want the girls in the cabana to just bring the kittens over when they're done?
That would be perfect. Thank you. All right.
Copy.
So-
Do you want anything else done, or can we go?
No, when they're done, you guys can head on out. You've been awesome today, so thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
So, with
Hey guys, do you think you can help us get your
with
kids
TJ, he doesn't have a pool right now, but he does have all of his girl tiger friends. And he's very interested in both Gabby and Priya. They keep him busy all day long. But he does like to be showered sometimes. But he's a fickle guy. Sometimes he likes stuff, sometimes he doesn't. You know, you never know. We're on our way to Joseph.
Today he had natural showers. I saw he was all wet.
Yes. And he likes to eat in the rain. So that's, I think, one of the reasons we had a successful day, too. Yes.
I was giving Chuck a honeydew list, and I was saying, you know, back in the day, we all knew how to take down trees like this with brick and rope.
Oh, yes. Brick and rope. Oh, my.
Only the old timers would remember that one.
Oh, there's a bag or something. Let me go grab that. Poor Carol Ken. She is very good at multitasking.
It's like a bag full of water.
Ah.
Where I was.
Oh, no.
All right, we're back.
That's a lot of multitasking. Texting, driving, videotaping. That's a big no-no.
Squirrels! Watch out, guys!
Alright, let's start to put Joseph's together.
Barb is asking when Nova can be released. I'm thinking it's like later this month or next month, but I don't know for sure. Do you know?
I have no idea on the rehab Bobcats. We have certain people who are part of, well, not part of that program, but that take care of it and have responsibilities for that program, and I do not. So I got a lot of other stuff on my plate.
You never dress up like a tree.
No, I don't. Thankfully. So Becky told me that Joseph will take all of the red off of the stick with no problem. I always give him his in liver, so we'll see. He eats liver, no problem at all.
Seems like that'd be a hard thing to get a pill in.
Oh, well, you kind of, you put it in there and then you just kind of wrap it around it and he just slobbers it right up and he loves it. Well, we'll see how he does with the red here. That's the pill, so that's success. Zeusy!
Matthew wants to know if Hoover enjoyed the rain today.
He was out a little bit. He's enjoying the girl next door, but the tiger next door to him, she also intimidates him at feeding time, so Becky's gonna have fun with that. She was doing the crouching tiger watching him today. She's very enamored. Joe, you're such a good boy.
I hear you back there, Zeus.
I'm sorry I didn't bring your eye drops, Zeus. So Joseph is either Jojo good boy or Jojo butthead, and today he's good boy. All right, I'm gonna, well, let's see. Will you take it off the stick too? We'll see. Oh my goodness.
Does he eat anything in the morning?
No, he's a picky guy. He eats in the evening, although he did get a little treat this morning. But a lot of them, we changed a while back. We changed our feeding from the PM to the AM, and about 90% of the animals went with that. But then some of them jump back and forth. They still want to eat in the evening, but sometimes they'll eat in the morning. So he's one of those that we kind of gave up on trying to get him to eat in the morning, and he prefers it in the evening.
It's good to be king.
Yes. We did that for a couple reasons. First, in the summer, we get a lot of afternoon rains, so we were always trying to feed around the afternoon rains. And in the morning, it's typically not as rainy. And then it just ended up being better with our schedules, and the cats, most of them liked the change.
The problem with that ground diet, the main part of their diet, is that if it's raining, it just washes it everywhere.
It becomes soup.
Donna wants to know how much he eats a day.
We get him up to, our goal is to get him 10 pounds a day. He's kind of hovering anywhere between 7 to 10 pounds.
You look at a turkey leg like that, and it's like, isn't that 10 pounds? It
Yeah,
just looks so
I know.
huge. I mean, look at that compared to your face.
Well, when we, oh, here.
That's amazing. It's like eating your head.
I know. Well, and we realized, we started weighing everything, and we're like, wow, it's hard to gauge what this stuff weighs.
I'm that way with the cats. I always overestimate their size.
Oh, me too. Amazing how their tongues are like a hand that just pulls it back into the back teeth.
Without biting their tongue.
Yeah.
That's a lot of really dangerous crunching going on there.
I know.
This morning my brother was leading a worship service, and he said the people at Big Cat Rescue know what the sound of the gnashing of teeth is. So that's the sound that the cats make when they're crunching through those bones.
Yep. A lot of times on my feeding tour, people, well, my regular tours, people come up to me afterwards and pull me aside and go, okay, how can you not pet these guys? How can you not go, they're so cute. And I said, just come on one feeding tour and just listen to that, and you will totally appreciate why we don't ever want to do that.
Yeah, I don't think there's a bone in my hand as big as what he just ate.
No. What? You got a bone stuck? Goodness. You still got a bone over there? Now he's going to lick his paws forever. That's what he and Cameron do. Then they lick forever, and you know they're done. You're a good boy. I don't have any more. Zeus will be back. I'm so sorry. We didn't grab yours. That wasn't thoughtful of us. We'll be back.
Do I hear your tummy growling? I keep going over to the other side.
You're driving. All right, off we go.
Where are we headed?
Back to Becky, who should be that way. Thinking she's probably around the Cougars. If I were her, that's where I'd be.
Hey, Duchess.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Amanda.
separated them earlier because we were giving them treats and toys, and we wanted to make sure there was no fighting.
Ah, my poor stabilizer's like, what? So for the Facebook Live question of the day, first person to go to bigcatrescue.org/win and answer this question. Name one country that tigers are native to. Name one country that tigers are native to. And the winner will win their choice of a day tour pass.
Soon, Jen, so I just came to see Zeus because I haven't seen him. Oh my goodness, you should have brought your food.
The winner gets their choice of a day tour pass to Big Cat Rescue or any one item from either one of our stores. You guys were talking about both of our stores earlier, and those are at bigcatrescue.biz and catrescue.biz. So weird not to see them all together.
I know. That's what I was thinking, huh? Oh. So that was Rebecca, and she's one of our keepers, and she was about to leave for the day, which is a very productive long day out here, and she had to go and see Zeus before she left, because that's her favorite.
And when you said she had a long, productive day, what was she working on?
We were able to move Aspen, one of our cougars, over to another side of her enclosure today. So we were able to take tree limbs off of the top of her enclosure, rake it, put dirt in it, do any weeding we needed to do. And she worked on that project. And then this morning she also fed the animals, cleaned the animals, and she also fosters kittens. So she went home to have lunch and take care of her kittens. So she's had a very full cat day today. Absolutely.
And now that we had rain, all of that raking is like 10 times heavier to pick up the leaves.
I know. And then the dirt. She was basically moving mud.
Over here, is this where you're talking about? Or the
You know,
Mickey
let's
and
go.
Aspen group?
Yeah, let's go that way and see if Becky's over here. Yeah. I don't see her yet.
Do you know if they finished that Aspen project?
They have one more bubble. So they got the top done and some raking, but they need to do some dirt. So probably one more day, and then she'll have her entire enclosure back.
Well,
Nope.
seeing Becky.
Let's see if we can find her.
Becky alert. Guys, be on the lookout out there.
Becky, what's your location?
On my way to Hoover.
Hoover.
Your first instinct was right. You almost said turn down this way.
I know. We were close. We should be meeting her over here. So right down here, she'll be catching up with us. Ooh, I am going to
drop the door.
drop the door. Yes, I'll be right back.
Oh, you consider yourself caught. So what she's going to do is drop the door in between this cat and Hoover so that she doesn't get over there close to him. She could go all the way over there and start really annoying him while he's trying to eat. but if they shut the door, then she won't be able to get as close or be so bothersome. Thank you, Sandra. We have about 90 some odd volunteers and interns at any given time, and they do an amazing job of keeping this place spick and span. Daniel, we do not hand feed the cats. They might use tongs or sticks, but they don't hand the food to the cats with their hands because that's just too dangerous. If your hand's that close, they could reach out and grab you. And the reason that that's so dangerous is because if a cat bites or scratches anyone, the CDC could demand that the cat's head be cut off and tested for rabies. And so it would never be smart to put a cat in a position where that might happen to them because of some error by a human.
Cameron's special food. So I had to go get it, and then I ran into the intern with all the kittens. I had to go look at all the kittens.
That's a lot of kittens.
I know, I'm like, I love black cats. I love tiger stripe cats. Oh, look at the sardines.
So I had total success because we had 500 of our Facebook friends all rooting us on. So they ate all of their food.
Wait a minute, Joseph ate everything?
Everything.
And TJ ate everything? Oh my god. You guys get Hoover to eat.
So I locked her over
Okay.
so that she doesn't intimidate the poor
Look.
food. Oh my goodness.
Ow!
Bites, yeah. They're everywhere.
Ooh. But I'm going to go up and make sure that the interns are all okay. All right? And Rebecca was looking down Zeus for you. So, and he was sitting there very upset that we didn't bring him something.
Well, after Hoover, I just have Zeus and Cameron.
Oh my goodness. Look at all these empties.
Yeah.
Becky's so busy.
Everybody took theirs.
All right.
Aspen, I had to really long stay.
Well, she's annoyed.
Yeah, she's not happy. Yeah, that's just Hoovies. Hoovies should be the only ones anything.
All right, Becky, I'm going to go up and wash this.
Thanks, Jen.
I'm a good assistant. All righty.
Marissa, all of our
Thank you, everybody.
animal care is done by volunteers. These fine ladies are volunteers, so you can work here too. You just can't get paid.
But we get paid in other ways. Being able to take care of these guys. And like Jen, she's been here almost 18 years. I've been here over a little 18 years. I mean, it's... You're out! You're out! Oh, I better bring the short stick too. Hoovy boovy! Oh boy!
How exciting! She's very excited, Hoover. Hey, Paula. Who's a handsome boy? You are. That's who.
Hoovy boovy! You know, I think Angie put it good the other day. She says, I have a job that puts money in my wallet. This job puts love in my heart.
Aw, how sweet is that?
Are you ready, buddy? Are you ready? How are we going to do this? You're in like a really awkward spot. Okay, Hooves. Now, I'm not sure what this thing is you have going on with Linda, but I need some of that.
Was that for Jen?
You went into lockout and laid down for her. Oh, Linda's going to do it for me. Wow. Linda be so jealous of you guys.
Yeah, she should be able to.
Come on, Ruby. Oh. Are you just teasing me? Are you just teasing me? Huh? Are you just teasing me? You're really coming in. You're really coming in. I'm so happy. It's going to Linda. It's going to Linda. I know. Oh, here. Can you get it? No, you can't have a stick.
It's a amazing how he manages to grab both.
He's a tricky one. He's a tricky one. It's okay. That's okay, huh? Oh, this is the best. This is the best. Oops. Hang on, babe. I don't want that stick sticking out because you like those. Okay? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. You lay down and lock out for me.
Gotta love
You know
that.
how happy that makes me? Oh, do you know how happy that makes me? Do you? I know. Are you going out that gate?
I am. I have a key though if they lock it.
Hey. Oh, you're making me awful happy today, Hoovy. Yes, you are. Pretty soon we might be able to shut the door and put all your food in here and you'll eat like a big boy tiger. Yeah.
Susan,
Think about that.
the big cats do get vaccinated for rabies, but the problem is that there are no studies that show whether or not rabies vaccines are effective in the cats. So even though we do vaccinate, if they were to bite somebody, they'd still have to have their head cut off and tested for rabies. So there's just no reason why we would ever let anybody get close enough to get bit.
We're not done. We're not done. No, we're not.
Katie, I think Hoover is 14, 13 or 14,
We just
13?
turned 13, April 23rd. I told you I wouldn't forget that date. Thank you, Hoopy. Thank you.
Lori says she loves you.
Oh, thank you. I love you too. Come see us. Come see Hoover in person. He would love it.
Lee Hoover is on the same tour that the kids see on the kids tour, but he has 2 dens, and depending on which den he's in, they may or may not see him. They're just going to make you grab that radio with your chicken hands.
So I found out these radios have about a 13-hour battery life.
You put it to the test, eh?
Yep, every Saturday. It starts beeping. Come on, you're not done yet.
Maya, this is just his feeding lockout.
Not done
It's a little cage attached to 2 1,800 square foot cages that are hooked together with a tunnel.
Oh, so good. Cookie is so good. My Hoovy. What do you tell her? Tell Linda I should be so excited. Did she tell you to do that? Did she tell you to come in the lockout for me? That silly girl.
Katie, when Hoover was being used in a circus, they had 12 tigers in the Circus Act, but he was the only survivor by the time the circus was chased down by the government. They had gone on the run trying to hide the act, and he was the last survivor. Is it Juffin?
You want me to go all around? Huh? You want me to go all around?
Hold on.
Hey. Oh. There. Are we taking a walk? Huh? Are we taking a walk? Can you do a little bit more for me? Hey, I'm on the side. Sure. Hey, Hoovy.
most, in the wild and at most other facilities, these guys only live to be 10 or 12. If you multiply by 6, that's what the human equivalent would be for them. But here, they often live into their late teens, early 20s. Hoover came to us as a 12-year-old, so he spent the first 12 years of his life in a pretty bad situation and probably not very good, well, I'm sure not very good food or vet care. I'll go open her door.
Okay.
I know, Diane, and if you multiply 25 times 6, I mean, that's just crazy. It's like over 130 years old. That cat is so old, and yet he's in such great shape. He's slow, really slow, but he looks gorgeous. Here's my big cat rescue bracelet. All right, Missy. We have a thing that tells us where to put the clip, in case you're a novice like me and don't know. Katie, we never breed cats for life in prison. We think that is just so cruel. These guys belong in the wild, and no cat born in a cage could ever be set free. Thank you, Becky. Where are you headed next?
I have Zeus and Cameron.
Zeus will be happy to hear that. Cameron, I don't know. There's a great page that explains why it's such a horrible thing to breed these cats for life in cages over at bigcatrescue.org/breeding-kills. No space or dash, just breeding kills. bigcatrescue.org/breeding-kills. Marissa, he lives by himself. He's never going to be with another cat. And I think he had a vasectomy. I'm not sure, but I'm fairly certain he had a vasectomy. The difference in a vasectomy and being neutered, though, is with a vasectomy, he still has his mane, whereas Cameron here is a male lion, but he was neutered, and he does not have a mane. In his case, not only did we want to not have him breed, but he was also extremely aggressive, and fixing them can often make them feel much more relaxed in their environment. So it's really a good thing to do for them. Joseph is not angry or anxious in his environment.
Our stalker's back.
I saw that.
Bill Lewis. No, I can't seem to call him anything but Bill Lewis.
Matthew, you're going to have to get one of those extra battery packs. If only I had claws, Becky says.
I cut all mine off. Okay. All right. Come on, Cam. Cammy.
Today, one of the designs that I uploaded into catrescue.biz was for 2 different Scrubs tops, and it was Joseph Lion, and so I put on one of them. I didn't put it on both, but it'd be funny if Dr. Justin got one of those.
All right, you eat this. Hey, you eat this. I'll lock the door. Good boy. Hi, Booty. Hi, Booty. No. 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 Is that good, my love? Is that good, my love? Oops. Oh my gosh. And you don't like them when they touch the ground. I'll wipe all the dirt off. Oh, Cameron. What was that? Here.
You didn't see that.
He says, you didn't take the skin off.
Well, it was a good thing, because it had all the leaves on it.
But that's why he spit that other one out. Little devil. You my little devil. Are you going to eat off the ground? Whoa.
What's happening today?
Whoa. What'd you do with my Cameron?
Invasion of the cat snatchers.
Booty, you don't need nothing. You're fluffy. You're fluffy. Ready? Ready for the turkey ones? Oh, look at that big mamma jammer.
Katie, they had been raised together for the bad purpose of trying to create ligers. So when we rescued them, we separated them until they were healthy enough to spay and neuter so that they would not have kittens. But because they were raised together, they were great buddies, so that's why they still live together.
Cammy loves his blue, huh? Don't you, Cammy?
Hey, Roselle. I hear we're going to dinner. Daniel wants to know if you've ever lost that stick to a cat.
I've had one grab it, but I was able to entice them to the other side and get a scraper and get the stick back. You always have to be prepared for them to pull it out of your hand. Hey, Cammy. Cam. This is a sign a lion's done. Look at his feet.
Donna, both of these guys came from a nasty little roadside zoo in New Hampshire that went under. Where you used to live in the mud. You lived in the mud. You poor thing.
I don't know why they're really after me today.
I think it's the rain. They're like, there's no place for them to be. All of a sudden, they haven't seen this much rain in a year.
But they're, I mean, everywhere. I just see them falling on me out of the sky.
I had one land on my camera. Fortunately, it got stuck in the pink tape.
Land on my food, something, not on my neck and my arms. I just want to go woo and scratch everywhere. Right? Cam, what if I take the skin off this one? No? I still wouldn't want it, would you? Nope. Alright. Let me open the door. Because, forbid that you be locked apart for any amount of time away from your lady love.
Find your way here. What happened there?
You see how that's caught in that wire?
I don't even know how you got it up there. Maybe from the other side. Where it's pinched more, yeah, there. Easy for me to say. Hang on to this. Hold this. Oh, you didn't have to take off both your gloves? Well, I just undid all the good you did there. I thought I had a plan here. Just to do the tween part. Yay! There you go, ma'am.
Oh, thank you. That might be why they had it over here.
Because it's getting stuck.
So it's not reaching, or it's too far up the tree. I don't know why.
Don't step on her.
You will. You don't care. You don't care, do you, Bear? Come on, Boo. Yes, I do. You know I love you. I love you, Boo. You gonna talk to me? Are you gonna talk to me? Aw, Cammy. You are such a lion. How do you put up with him? How do you put up with him? Because you're so good natured. Yes, it is. You're such a good girl. You know? Put up with that crazy lion. Thank you. Oh, yeah. Tell us what you had for dinner.
Gonna roar? Everybody would love a nice roar. Was that all? That wasn't much. Thank you, ma'am. So your cats didn't much care for the roaring, eh? Amanda! Hey, cranky puss. Love that pretty girl. Kind of shows you how the cages are connected with the tunnels. You see the tiger following the feeding cart on down through the back end of those cages. Up to the next tunnel. I'm going to give you what we found.
What was that?
It was in the middle of the road, just bagged up like that. It feels like water in there. It's like a bag of water.
There's something in there. I don't even know.
Oh, she's being so silly out there, rolling. What are you doing?
Showing in the world her butt.
I'm sure the people on the Explore camera are enjoying that.
She's a crazy tiger. She's such a good girl.
None of them are bad.
No, that's true. Except for Joseph. I'm just kidding, Joseph. I'm just kidding. Where you going? Are you coming over? Are you coming over? Come on, Zeus. Drops. Fresh gloves. Chicken fingers.
You give a whole different meaning to chicken fingers.
I know. Oh, Josie. Oh, Josie, will you come to lockout for me?
You're on a roll.
I know, my love. Will you come to lockout? Did your mama Rebecca give you a shower? Did she? Did she? Look at you. All pretty after your shower. I saw one of your Facebook Lives the other day and you were talking about the most laid-back tiger. I'd say it has to be him. I mean, TJ's pretty laid back, but this boy.
You could be right.
I don't know, it's awful close between them two. Come on.
You're certainly the chuffiest.
And like the most improved.
You get the most improved trophy.
Come on. Come on. Come to lockout. We've got this nice raised tray.
Oh,
Right
nice.
here. Zeus. Hey. Zeus, come here. Come here. Come on. Come on. You know where lockout is. You know where lockout is. Turn. Hey. Come on. That's a good boy. That's a good boy. I know. Come on. Oh, it's not drinky time right now. Come on. Deuce. I know. Come on. Zeus. Hey. Zeus. Hey. Come here. What you doing shutting your eye on me? Huh? What you doing shutting your eye? Oh, perfect. Let's get the other side now. Let's get the other side. My handsome boy. Can you eat something off the left side of your mouth if I give it to you soft? Oh no, come on. Okay. Alright, let's try the right side.
Seems quite happy over here. Amanda loves him.
Oh, Amanda loves it. Try this side. Come on. Oh, come on, Susie. Zeus. Come on. Oh. Good boy. Oh. Honey, you can get it off your tray like a good boy. Are you gonna eat that? You can eat that. There's no dirt on it. Oh. I know. Loves you. You say, who's your favorite? They say, I'll say Zeus. Yeah, Zeus. Who else do we have parties for, huh? We have Zeus parties. Nobody else.
Dawn, even though that eye looks worse on the side where it's all cloudy, that's actually the eye that has the best vision. So no, we can't do anything to remove that. He's been seen by a specialist. In fact, there's going to be a great BBC show coming up on PBS with our eye doctor and a lot of our cats in it. They want to know what he was eating.
Boneless chicken thighs and beef. His two favorite things, except he likes pork too, boneless pork. Boneless pork loin. It's all his favorite things in the world, huh? Besides Rebecca. I know. That's your favorite, huh? Here. We got one more piece.
He has already had all of the eye surgery that he can have. There's nothing else that can be done for him surgically.
That's it. That's it, my old man. I love you. Yes, I do. I love you. Yes, and you just love everybody, don't you? Can you say hi to Facebook? Can you say hi to Facebook? Yes. Look at his fur. Must be where his fluff is drying.
Yeah. Somebody needs to take a blow dryer to you. It's not drying completely
Not
evenly, yes. All right, everybody. Thank you for joining us tonight. I can't believe we didn't run out of battery. Donna, yeah, he came with a lot of very painful eye issues that they were able to resolve, but they can't restore his sight, unfortunately. Bye, Zeus. Can you shuffle one more time? Nope. Good night, everybody.